Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky Widmer here from the Onside Kick, and you might be thinking to yourself right now, well, Ricky, this is weird. We're seeing you over here, and Dave is over here, over here. I don't know which side is to me right now, but we're doing a Skype call, and this is how we're probably going to do most of our segments here in the future, just because it's easier to get the story out to you, the viewer, instead of doing it on my beautiful couch that is behind me. And the first thing we're going to talk about tonight actually, this morning, how you want to view it. LeBron James, Dave, he gets his first ring. He
Yeah,
gets it.
I believe the word you're looking for is about time.
Well, funny you say that. I don't know if you saw did you see the post celebrations?
I did not.
Funny you say that because ESPN had a reporter there
Hmm.
to ask him, and they're like, "Do you have any words after winning this championship?" And he said, "About time."
Nice.
He said, "About time."
That'd be my reaction too. I mean, the guy's the best player in the league. It's about time he won a championship for it.
See, but I mean, many people are saying, and this is goes to the can't say this word, how valid the championship is. Do you think that LeBron maybe rode some coattails for this championship, or did the most athletic player in the NBA win it by himself?
I think what really showed here was LeBron taking over. I mean, throughout the series, Dwayne Wade has even the whole playoff. It's been like Wade shows up maybe for a little bit of the first half, and then some more in the fourth, and it kind of gets things done. But Bosh, with all his injuries, he's still getting some points. Random players off the bench for the Heat. The only consistent here is LeBron. LeBron is putting up
Mm-hmm.
32, 30, 28, 30, 30,
Mm.
30. Like, it's just solid numbers. He's still giving you around 10 rebounds a game, maybe like 5 assists. It's ridiculous numbers, and it's consistency.
And he
Consistency.
and he had a triple double in Game 5.
Impressive.
But
Yes.
I just mean with me, the reaction of them winning. First thing I thought about was the bad guy won. The best example, and I've told you this before, it's kind of like I was watching Superman and Lex Luthor go at it, and Lex Luthor won.
Yeah, and that really just shows how popularity wise in the league, LeBron's still being like taken down because of the decision, how it went down. Um,
It's important what you said though, how it went down. Not
it
that it
is.
went down, how it went down.
It is. It's a big difference in how you get rid of a player like the Melo demanding a trade a year in advance, letting people know, like, yeah, I'm out. And then we're watching right now with Dwight Howard. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like there's no right answer for it, but if
Mm.
there's anything that's wrong, it's what LeBron did. I mean, clearly that did not go over well.
It didn't go over, and I mean, the one thing I'm thinking is how Cleveland has to feel right now. They have to feel worse than we do, worse than like I do. The people that didn't want to see LeBron win because
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah,
great, he did it without us.
yeah. I mean, it's a sad day for them, but I think they got to realize that they would have never been able to put together enough talent on their team to win a championship. It's pretty clear LeBron couldn't do it on his own. Pretty early on, he's just not that
Hmm.
type. He doesn't have that personality, not doesn't have that drive, doesn't have that
Yeah,
extra factor
he wasn't mature
required.
enough.
It's he just wants to be liked so much,
Mm.
and it doesn't work. I hate to say that. Like being liked is one thing, but he didn't have what it took to win a championship on his own. So he did go where they had the pieces to win a championship. He did win his championship. I mean, last year, yeah, it was hilarious defeat for everybody in the nation. Enjoyed it except Miami, I'm sure. Everybody got a kick out of it, but the guy was due. He's by far the most talented player in the league. He's surrounded with maybe the number three and maybe seven guy. I mean, overall, so it's a great combo they had set up there, but it definitely was LeBron's championship. You can't take that away from him. Wade rode coattails. Bosh rode coattails. I mean, yeah, he came back from his injury. He put up numbers. That's great, but LeBron was the steady here.
Okay, Dave. Now we're looking at the other side of it. You've got the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, they lost in 5 games. And
Hmm.
before we even start talking about where they go in the future, I just want to bring something up to you. I feel like this series, it wasn't the whole reason for the loss, but you
Hmm.
can put into consideration the format of the finals.
It
every
was different, yeah.
every series before this one, you had two at home, two away, then home, away, home if you were the home team. But in the
Yeah.
finals, it was two at home, three away. That's taking the home court advantage and just throwing it out the window. Because
It does seem a little bit out of whack. I
all the
don't agree
all
with
the
it.
Heat had to do was win what they did now, win that one on the road, and then sweep it home.
Yeah, and obviously the Heat are an amazing home team.
Hmm.
Take nothing away from them for that, but it is a different format. I'm not a huge fan. I think three at home just gives the the top team just such a disadvantage. It's ridiculous. If anything, I would want to go back to the previous, like you said,
Yeah.
2-2, 1-1-1. I think that's fair. Everybody gets their shot, and you can't steamroll a team like that on your home court
Hmm.
and have the championship.
And
Doesn't
I'm
make sense.
and now looking forward, you got Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden. They're basically locked up for a while. The only free agent that the Thunder have going into this offseason, Derek Fisher.
Yeah, D-Fish, obviously their elder counsel for the team, pretty much.
The Elder Council.
I like that. Yeah. He was the old man on the court. He kept that together though. I mean, like if they hit like a little bad patch, they'd put D Fish out there, settle them down,
Hmm.
tell the young guys, I've been through this, work through it with them, no biggie. And he did. He hit some clutch threes, which we're used to D Fish hitting, not as many as he used to, but 37. Uh, Honestly, if he goes, it's not that big of a loss for him. They've got a solid roster locked up, like you said,
Well,
all
do
the
they?
side pieces with him.
Should they resign him?
Depends on the it's all cost. I mean, I could see if he doesn't want like, big contract, why not,
Well, let's put it this way: if you were the owner of the Thunder and you had to make a call, what's your gut? What's your gut going with, Dave? You sign
I'd
him?
probably re-sign him.
You
Yeah,
would?
I mean, I don't know of all the free agents coming out
Hmm.
this next year off the top of my head, but someone with that kind of experience who is a fairly accurate three-point shooter, definitely asset to have on any team.
And then one of the team we could talk about trades speculations until we're blue in the face, but one guy I just think that the Thunder need to think about trading a little bit. Maybe dishing off Kendrick Perkins, especially for what he said. I did not know this until you told me. For
He
what
took a
he said
little
about Brooks.
shot. He took a shot at his coach there during the series. Inappropriate timing, I would say. Um, Perkins, not as big of an impact during the playoff series as we would have liked. We saw the Thunder shorten up the roster quite a bit as the playoffs ran, mostly because of matchups. It's not their fault that Perk can't bring offense and defense to the court at the same time. He's a liability on one end of the court. If they got rid of him, they'd lose a big. Bigs are pretty valuable in this league, even
Hmm.
if they can only specialize in one area.
Yeah, but they have Ibaka, and they do have, if you want to count him, Tabo.
It's tough, yeah. I wouldn't count as big, but
No, but he can be. He might be, but I would more count him as a small forward type.
yeah. But I don't know. I think I'd end up sitting on Perk. I mean, he's just bigs are too valuable right now in the league. Unless somebody out there was worth a pickup that I don't know about, but I think you keep him. So Ricky, I heard Sir Charles was talking some smack about his airness.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, today Charles Barkley came out and said that at the end of his career, LeBron James could be better than Michael Jordan. And I don't know about you, Dave, but this didn't, as Karl Malone said in the Dream Team special, it just sat in my craw a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't sit well with me because, first off, you got to think not just the championships, not just the MVPs, the All Star MVPs, the Defensive Player of the Year awards. And I mean, we can put all the awards aside. Michael Jordan his playoff MVPs, and yes, the championships,
And the moments.
the six, and the Father's Day championship, the flu game, the shot over Russell, the first championship, Michael finally getting his first one over Magic. And I mean,
It goes on too. That's the thing. Like LeBron doesn't have that guaranteed moment,
no, he
magical
doesn't.
moment. I think that's gonna hold him back a little. I mean, okay, first off, comparing anything to Michael Jordan without having multiple rings in this day and age, Michael set a standard. I mean, you got to bring rings to the table if you want to be even in the same
Hmm.
room as him. Um, so yeah, I think that's a bit hasty of Sir Charles. I really don't agree. Well, I mean, maybe if LeBron can go on to win the next 5 championships in a row magically,
Uh,
I mean, that'd at least put him in the same category in the running.
See, it's not just that with me either, because, and the one thing I am researching right now is the Bulls. Okay, the Bulls weren't a great team when they got Michael Jordan. I think we can all agree that. And the Bulls weren't a championship team as soon as they got Michael.
No.
It took years. It took years to get the pieces in place. Michael didn't win his first championship until he was well after 27, which LeBron is around that age now. And I kind of feel like you got to put into kind of perspective. Michael Jordan stuck around, and with the team that drafted him, the Bulls,
Hmm.
won 6 championships. He left the game, came back, and still won a three-peat. LeBron kind of stayed with Cleveland a little bit, said, hey, this ain't going to work, and then got the hell out of town.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for that too. Like you said, he stayed in town. The team built up around him, which you kind of see a little similarity going on in the Thunder going through their
Hmm.
situation right now. They built up their own team, and I think they're going to have a pretty solid team in the future. But more with LeBron versus Michael, I just think there's a whole different level of attitude involved
Killer
with Michael.
instinct. Killer
Yeah,
instinct.
something we see very rarely in the NBA.
Kobe.
Kobe right now is probably one of the most famous and most noticeable people with killer instinct in the game left. LeBron just doesn't have it. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. He wants championships. He wants people to like him, all this stuff, but he doesn't have that factor.
Well, and that's one thing that you point out that is very, very true. LeBron wants to be liked. Michael Jordan didn't give a fuck.
No, we didn't.
Michael Jordan just wanted to win, and he hated losing. He didn't care.
He
Like,
hated a lot of things.
well, like he said in his, I know you said he was being kind of petty when he said this, but in his Hall of Fame speech, he was very petty. But the one thing he said that stuck
Hmm.
was he would be friends with you off the court, but on the court, it was a different story. And that
Yeah,
is what made Michael Jordan different. He had that killer instinct.
yeah,
He never
punch a
wanted to
teammate.
lose. Yeah. He
I mean, come
basically
on.
could argue with his teammate and say, hey, you're not doing your job. Get over there.
I
And
mean,
plus, I don't think LeBron has a guy as we can't compare D Wade to Scottie Pippen
why not?
because I think Scottie Pippen did more for Michael than D Wade did for LeBron.
Well, that's the problem. D Wade and LeBron play the same position,
Hmm.
like identically. Scotty knew his role and he played it up well, and I think there's something to be said for that on Scotty's side. But as far as LeBron compared to Jordan, they're not the same person. They're not even in the same boat yet. I think Charles needs to. I know it's his thing to talk like random shit out of his ass, but come on, that one wasn't even close.
We're gonna ask a poll question first off before I let Dave take that over. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe up above to our YouTube channel to get all our latest updates about videos and stuff that matter to
Yeah.
us. But Dave, hit us up with that poll question. What are you thinking? What are you gonna ask?
Poll question of the day is obviously first leave any comments, thoughts, wishes of the Heat winning this championship, good, bad, whatever they may be. We want to hear it. And question time is, do you think this win will validate LeBron enough that, is this just a stepping stone? Does he need more to, come with that not one, not two, not three, so and so? Or do you think, with the one, he's done something and you can just kind of, the pressure's off?
Well, enough said for us here. Like Dave said, leave a comment down below. For Ricky and Dave, this is us signing out. See you next time, guys.